The story of Haggle.
As the group of teenagers approached the looming, decaying structure of the abandoned mental asylum, the air grew thick with tension. The metal gates, rusted and chained shut, presented their first obstacle. After boosting a boy over the fence, he fetched a crate to help the others climb over. "Look at this place," whispered one of the girls, her voice trembling. "It's like a tomb. Remember the rules," another girl reminded them sternly. "Don't forget a single one." They approached the main doors, only to find them secured with another lock. One of the boys, oblivious to the rules, picked up a brick and hurled it through a window. The shattering glass echoed through the asylum. "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" the others shouted in unison. "What rules?" the boy asked, confusion etched on his face. The girl handed him the heavy tome of rules and legends, hoping it wasn't too late for him to catch up. Inside, the air was musty, and the only light came from their flashlights, casting eerie shadows on the peeling walls. A sudden crash echoed through the reception area, startling them. They crouched down, hearts pounding. "It was just a chair," one boy whispered. "It must have broken on its own." The quiet was shattered by a guttural grunt from the fourth floor. "Huh!" The sound sent shivers down their spines. "Was that him?" one boy whispered, his voice barely audible. "What do you fucking think?" another snapped, mimicking a gun to his head. Suddenly, an ear-splitting screech filled the asylum. Haggle, awakened and enraged, began his descent, throwing a chair down the stairs. The sound was deafening. Haggle moved on all fours, his bare hands and feet smacking the floor with each step. "Go! Go! Go!" the leader whispered urgently. They scrambled through the dark corridors, trying to remain silent, but the terror was palpable, and every noise seemed amplified. They reached a room and ducked inside, huddling together. One of the girls peered through a crack in the door, eyes wide with fear. Haggle appeared at the end of the hall, his skin pale and his eyes glowing with madness. "Please don't turn around, please," one teen whispered, voice trembling. Haggle's head snapped towards the sound, his yellow eyes locking onto the boy's face. The chase was on. They bolted from the room, the two clueless teens lagging behind. Haggle's speed was inhuman. He lunged and grabbed the boy who had thrown the brick, dragging him into the darkness. His screams echoed through the halls, then abruptly stopped. The remaining teens ran frantically, their breaths ragged. They found a small closet and squeezed inside, trying to stifle their breathing. The leader peeked through the slats, watching Haggle stalk the corridor, sniffing the air. Another boy, in a panic, whispered too loudly. Haggle's head jerked towards the sound, and he began to move slowly in their direction. The teens held their breath, but it was too late. Haggle ripped the door open, dragging the whispering boy out. The others stayed hidden, tears streaming down their faces as they listened to the boy's desperate pleas, which ended in silence. "We have to get out of here," the leader whispered. "Now." They crept out of the closet, moving silently. As they neared an exit, a flashlight beam caught Haggle's attention. One girl stumbled, and Haggle pounced. She screamed as he had dragged her into the shadows. The remaining teens burst through the doors, gasping for air. They ran across the yard towards the fence. The two boys boosted the last girl over, then scrambled up themselves. Just as the last boy was climbing over, Haggle reached the gate, his eyes burning with rage. They tumbled to the ground outside the fence, sprinting towards the nearby town. They didn't stop until they reached a police station, bursting through the doors, breathless and frantic. An officer listened to their story, his face pale. "You were lucky to escape with your lives," he said grimly. "We'll send a team, but..." He shook his head, knowing the risks. A heavily armed team was dispatched, but they found no sign of Haggle or the captured teens. The asylum was silent, the air thick with an unspoken threat. The surviving teens were warned to keep silent about their ordeal. The government's unofficial policy remained. Haggle was too dangerous to confront directly. The story of Haggle and the abandoned asylum became another dark legend whispered among those who dared to listen. A chilling reminder of the dangers lurking in forgotten places.